Happy Donut Day.
And happy Friday. Yes, it is Donut Day. That's true. National Donut Day. It's Curt and Jen in the morning.
Podcast.
Thanks for being here with us today. We appreciate it. And yes, National Donut Day, as you mentioned, right out of the bat. National Donut Day.
National Donut Day. I mean,
important.
who doesn't love a donut?
Everybody loves a donut. Is that fair?
And there's lots of good deals happening.
Yeah, you know, if you want to, you get down to Krispy Kreme. They've got something going on. We're not going to go into all the specifics. Krispy Kreme and Dunkin', of course, have things. But that's, you know what? I just want to talk about some of the local donut places, even if they're not having specials today, and we don't know. But it's a good chance for us to say, you know, how awesome Top Pot Donuts is in the Seattle area.
And how yummy Frost is in the Mill Creek area.
That's right, Frost Donuts. And what's the one you said has the best maple bars?
Best maple bars
in
by
history?
far in history. Chuck's in Renton, Washington.
One location, huh? Is that right?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
They have one location.
That's
and
fine.
you have to get there early because they sell out. They open at like 2 or 3 in the morning, like super, super early.
You get there at the wrong time or too late, guess what?
You're out of luck.
SOL. What about Voodoo Donuts, which is now also in the Seattle area? So
yeah.
Let's hear it for all
of it.
donuts.
All of the donut places. Okay. Thank you for doing what you do. You bring some joy and happiness.
We actually have actual applause.
Can we just remind people that we post a podcast every weekday morning?
Yes,
and our
every
hope
weekday.
Is that you allow us to be part of your world, part of your daily routine. Mm-hmm. And if you like what you hear /see,
right.
We're on all your favorite platforms. You can like us, you can follow us, you can share us. You can do all the things. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Even subscribe sounds like you have to spend money. You don't.
No.
It just lets you know that puts us at the top of your feed for YouTube.
And what we're kind of doing here, if you didn't know, we had a morning radio show here in Seattle, and that ended on April Fool's Day, which a lot of people didn't believe, but unfortunately,
fooled us.
Yeah, fooled us. We were totally fooled. So anyway, this is kind of like doing that show. We just don't have all that music in between all the.
Well, you can go to your favorite music after you.
Exactly.
You know, enjoy us.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to be talking about
for a little bit and keep you informed on all the hot things happening.
We're going to be talking about music in the show today too. Coming up here a little bit. Meaningful lines from songs, lyrics that really affected you somehow. Or whatever. We've got some people that have chimed in on that.
But first,
Pat Sajak.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune. His last episode is tonight.
Mm-hmm. He started there in 1981, and that makes this 43 years that he's been doing Wheel of Fortune. Vanna, I didn't know this. Vanna didn't come along until like 2 years later, so in 1983. So it's still a super long time. They've been working together for 41 years. And you may not know this because, you know, it's just, I mean, it's Wheel of Fortune. It was just always there. You know what I mean?
And I've watched it. I've watched it for a long time.
Shoot, we did a bit about it a few weeks ago, and that person, well, it was, the answer was like, this is the life or something, and he guessed right in the butt.
Right in the butt. I mean, they have had a lot of great times on that show. Mm-hmm. I remember when you actually had to go shopping at the end of the show.
That's right.
For your prizes.
And what would happen with the rest of the stuff? Could you have it on a gift certificate or?
I don't remember. That's right.
Put it in an account or something like that.
Great things. And he's won lots of awards. Did you already mention that?
3. He was nominated a lot, but won 3 Daytime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Game Show Host. Also recognized in 2019 by Guinness World Records for having the longest career as a game show host for the same show, surpassing previous record holder Bob Barker
from The Price is Right.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, congratulations, Pat. Retiring is the last show tonight.
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
Vanna's, I guess, retiring too. I don't know if she's going to stick around.
I think she's sticking around for what's his bucket that's going to host?
I don't know. Who's
Ryan Seacrest.
No.
I'm pretty sure Ryan Seacrest is hosting the show. I am right. That is.
Because
we were like, what doesn't he do? He has all the jobs. No wonder we don't have a job in radio anymore because Ryan Seacrest has all of them.
Get somebody else a chance there, Rye.
All right. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. The Farewell Tour.
With Cyndi Lauper is tickets go on sale today for that. Tickets
10 a.m. Ticketmaster.com in case you want to know. And I'm guessing it might be similar throughout the nation. She's got a whole tour schedule that kicks off, I think, in October. She's coming to Climate Pledge on December 1st.
Exactly, yeah. And so there were some pre-sale, codes and stuff yesterday. But if you want to go see Cyndi Lauper, she is out on the road. And this, it says the farewell tour. Very well may be. So how many farewell tours have we gone to? And then all of a sudden it's like,
who knows? Anyway.
Farewell tour after all.
Moving on.
All right. I wanted to share this with you because I don't think you know who this is. It's just people being nice to people. Somebody posted this. A famous person posted this to Instagram, okay? It was, quote, great production, great voice, great entertainer, great songwriting, crazy crowd. People even shared with me some friendship bracelets. Thanks a million, Taylor Swift.
And I was supposed to tell you who wrote that?
Who put that up? Do you know?
Katy Perry?
It's right there. Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day. How cool is that?
I would have never guessed that. I don't even know Billy Joel Armstrong. And it's not Billy Joel, it's Billy Joe.
Well, you know Green Day.
I do know Green Day, but I don't know the band member names.
Yeah. Well, there's only 3, but Billy Joe Armstrong, you talk about somebody who you might not think would be a Swiftie.
Does he have kids? Did he bring his kids with him?
I don't know if he brought his kids. He saw the Eras Tour earlier this week in France, and he posted that nice post to Instagram, which I think is awesome, seeing artists support each other.
Friends that saw her in Spain. Wouldn't that be fun?
Don't. She's looking at me because I was lucky and I got to see the Eras Tour.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you believe in true love, Curt?
Yeah.
You do?
Why not?
Okay.
True love.
Kind of a nonchalant answer. Why not?
Okay, that was a nonchalant answer.
I believe in true love. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it happens to everyone, and I don't believe it happens that often. But
well, I guess before believing in true love, I and this is just because, I think we all, this is for real, this is true love, and then 2 years later you're divvying up your stuff in a divorce and whatnot.
And it's like, that wasn't love.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I was just kidding.
Well, the answer depends on whether people are single or not, which is not surprising.
Overall, 7 in 10 people say they believe in true love, right?
That's good. That's the majority of people, right? Would you say that's well, it is a majority. So
it is a majority, yes.
Duh.
But it drops to about 60%, or 6 in 10 people. If you're single or divorced, only 6 in 10 people think true love is real, compared to like 9 in 10 people who are married or engaged. So married and engaged people really think, true love is for real. If you're not, if you're single, if you're divorced, if you're separated, maybe not so much.
There was a little thing on that story that I was reading that said that the people that were married, when they answered the question, they said they believe in true love, but they also believe they're not married. They know they're not married to their true love.
Right. They believe in true love. They've experienced before, but not with this person I have currently married to. Jeez. I'm very happy because before you ask, I love my wife. Ask. True love forever, Dana and myself.
You can't say anything different than that.
Forever. Forever and then ever. Double. Forever and ever. All right.
Oh my gosh.
There's the true love.
Okay.
Now, this is something that Jen found that didn't jump out at me, but it is important to know that, you tell them.
Yeah, you didn't like the story.
I was like, we could do something else, but let's go with it.
The USA has dropped to 59th place in life expectancy. Life expectancy. Mm-hmm. Let me say that with more.
Which makes the United States lower in life expectancy than places like Brazil, Sri Lanka, and Algeria, just to name a few.
Well, and some third world countries too. And it just made me pause for a second and say, what in the hell is going on?
I know, but I don't want to say.
It's because of our lack of exercise and eating sugary, overprocessed, not healthy food.
Yep.
That's the bottom line. People in third world countries especially, they eat fresh food.
Yep.
And they exercise. They move their body. They're joyful.
All those things. Well, you know what? When I saw this, what made me think of was how surprising was it that the United States, obviously, a great country, and
we're a powerhouse.
Exactly. How did we end up with, 1 million deaths from COVID plus, when other countries had like 12? Because
they started healthier.
They started healthier.
Okay, you're right. That was depressing. Let's just move along. Meaningful lyrics from songs.
Yeah, this was a great idea. Yesterday we were talking about, there are lyrics from songs and songs themselves that really just affect you in some way. Maybe it makes you happy or sad, reminds you of a certain time. So we asked, let us know, one line or a song that is very meaningful to you, the meaningful lyric from a song. We actually got a lot of responses on this.
Well, and what prompted this was when I heard a song that I'd never heard of before. We were listening to Pandora when we were remodeling the house, Pat and I. And the song, you looked it up because I didn't even know this.
Zach Bryan or something?
Oh, yeah, Zach Bryan, I think is what it was.
What was the line? Share it again.
It was the, find places... Find someone who can grow flowers in your darkest parts.
Yes.
That's what it was. And that resonated with me. I'm like, oh,
I know. And
those are great words.
Well, often I think after looking at some of these, it seems that the ones that affect people are kind of, they're introspective or maybe a little on the sad side. It's like nobody said, my favorite line from a song is girls just want to have fun. That would be a great one, though, wouldn't it?
Well, but Jenny did say that she commented on Facebook that she'll take the line she likes is, I'll take my whiskey neat.
Mm-hmm. We found that we think that's from Hosier's song "Too Sweet," which recently had some sort of TikTok challenge. I don't know what it was. So, yeah, Jenny's like,
of course we don't know what it was, Curt.
I'll take my whiskey neat. Chrissy, and this one, of course, right away. Chrissy said the lyric, "It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again."
Oh, that's a good one. Who sings that song again?
Well, it's Charlie Puth along with Wiz Khalifa. Sings that "See You Again."
That's a good one. All right.
This is a little outside the box, although I do like the band Godsmack very much. And this is Pat. He said about this Godsmack song.
The Under Your Scars. That's the name of the song?
Yeah.
Going through a rough patch in a past relationship, the lyrics hit home for me. It's the line, if you would only let me live inside of mine.
Mine meaning your scars.
Yeah, that spoke to him.
Yeah. How about Hello Darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again.
Yeah.
I mean, any song written by Paul Simon, that was what Tony said that was her most meaningful line from a song, or her favorite lyric. Now, I want to hear yours, Jen.
Well, okay, so you and I are both, you're into music far more than I am, but I love music.
Yes.
So this was hard for me to, I like recall too. That sucks. But the one song that I really love is My Wish by Rascal Flatts. The whole thing is great. So I had a hard time picking out which one. The one I did though is I hope you always forgive and never forget and help someone every chance you get and find God's grace in every mistake and always give more than you take.
Powerful stuff.
Yeah. Good words to live by.
Seriously.
For sure.
Mine's kind of a comment about myself, I guess, but I've always said my favorite lyric from a song.
Okay, go.
And honestly,
I want to hear this.
Honestly, like Jen said, there are so very, very many great songs when you try to narrow it down. But one that was always a favorite of mine was from Gin Blossoms. Oh. And the song is Hey Jealousy. And the line is, if you don't expect too much from me, you might not be let down. I was like, how non-committal is that? If you met some guys
Say that again?
If you don't expect too much from me, you might not be let down.
Wow.
First date. Hey, you know what? If you don't expect too much from me,
you won't be let down.
Yeah. So I like that one as well. Now, those are still posted if you want to join in and add your favorite lyrics.
It is hard to recall, right? Mm-hmm. Until you hear it, I think, is when it's like, oh, yeah, that lyric right there.
And then, like a week from now, you're going to hear one of your favorite songs. Oh, this is it. This is the one.
Doesn't that always happen?
Yeah, but feel free to chime in on all the different platforms and let us know your favorite lyric from a song.
That means, that's meaningful to you. Yeah. Struck a little nerve or a little heartstring, I think, is what I mean to say. All right. I cannot decide how I feel about this, Curt.
I know how I feel about this.
You do? Okay. A restaurant is going viral for banning everybody under the age of 30. And let's
say that again, just so people can hear it for sure.
A restaurant? Okay. So it's a restaurant in Missouri, right?
It's a suburb of St. Louis. Yes.
Okay. Going viral because they're banning anyone under the age of 30 from coming in to dine with them.
If you want to look this place up, and if you happen to be listening in the St. Louis area, it's an upscale Caribbean restaurant in, like I said, a suburb of St. Louis. The restaurant is called Bliss.
Bliss.
And it has a policy that says they've set an age restriction, which requires male guests to be at least 35 and female guests to be at least 30 during prime hours.
So guys have to be older than the girls because guys take longer to mature.
They do actually card at the door, and people in their 20s will be kept out. But
people are trying to sneak in. That's the thing. People under the age of 30 are trying to sneak in and then post about it. So they're really cracking down on checking IDs.
But think about that. Maybe that was the whole idea from the start. The owners were like, you know what? If we ban some people, they're going to really want to get in.
It's brilliant.
Reverse psychology. The owner admits. This restaurant, again, banning everyone under 30. The owner says they've been getting a little backlash, but that's okay. They're sticking with it. And he says they are strict because young people, again, have been trying to sneak their way in and then post about it on social media. Like,
I'm telling you
I'm 26 and I got into Bliss.
It's a brilliant marketing move, really, when you think about it. How do you feel about it?
Do what you want, restaurant owner. Now,
okay. Would you dine there?
This is a whole other story, but I used to own a Subway restaurant, remember?
I know.
Never got out of radio for a while when I was in Toledo.
You owned a
Subway restaurant when I was 26, so that was an interesting...
Are you real good at making sandwiches?
I was. Kind of lost it by now. So I guess my take as a former restaurant owner is you should be able to do whatever you want with your restaurant, and the people will vote. If you were to say, okay, in this case, you're like, okay, we're going to ban people under 30, so we're prepared for the backlash that comes from that. We don't care. We think it's more important. Whatever they're saying. Oh, the drama is. I think it was about
that's
young
important
people
to say. They want to get
too
rid
much
of the
drama. So that's what they were saying. So if you want to do that with your restaurant, I think it's fine.
I think people over 30 though bring drama as well. So I don't know that you can get rid of the drama just because you're of an age.
Yeah, that's So we'll see how it works out. If you see a year from now that Bliss outside of St. Louis is closing down,
we'll know why.
You know it didn't work.
Maybe they also think that the people older have more money and they're going to tip better and all the things. Because they say the younger generation is not tipping very much.
Well, that's probably a part of it too. Well, the last line from the owner here, we want to ensure a mature, sophisticated, and safe dining environment for everyone.
Then we can't go there and we're of age.
Exactly. We are in the right age
Mature and sophisticated? Group. Yeah, right.
This two-sided, you can't see this.
This is sad to me, Curt.
Look at that's funny because it's the old Star 101.5.
Curt is showing a list that is front and back.
Yeah, let me say,
like grocery list type of sheet of paper.
Reiterate what happened. I was cleaning out our third garage bay and just organizing it, and I unplugged our outside freezer to move some stuff around, and I neglected to plug it back in, and we didn't go out and check that freezer for another week and a half, which happened to be on like Tuesday. So guess what? Everything in there is ruined. I did not know.
Nothing was still frozen at all.
It was unplugged for a week and a half. So yeah. But my wife took it really hard. Dana's like, do you know how much meat we had in there? It's like, no, not really.
That list represents all the meat that you have to throw away.
Right. And Dana being Dana, we don't get like I said, the Fred Meyer
You guys get the butcher box stuff. That's the good stuff.
I think it's called Five Marys. So should I share what we had to throw away yesterday, or is that going to be too painful?
List? Well, just give us some examples. What one hurt you the most?
Pork belly, picnic roast, 2 beef short ribs, stew meat, tri-tips, beef brisket, shoulder roast, chicken. Oh, yeah.
What?
Our wedding cake. I forgot about that. The part of the wedding cake that you saved to have.
Yeah, but you should still be able to eat that if it was wrapped up real good. Did you try it?
Gone.
You didn't even try it. You didn't unwrap it and try it.
I didn't do anything. She just started throwing things away.
Come on. I totally would have at least tried it.
Well, she's super worried about,
Unless it was an ice cream cake.
Pork butt, some cheese, pork chops, chuck roast, spare ribs, barbecue ribs, another pork butt, steak tips, 6 pot pies.
6 pot pies? I love me a pot pie.
Those are Marie Callender's pot pies. Bunch of ground beef, ground sirloin, ground bison, some brats, 2 things of bacon, chicken breast, 3 lobster things.
Okay, so I don't love lobster, but I would be broken up about that because that's expensive. Yeah. And bacon, come on.
Mm-hmm. So I don't want to go on. There's even more.
Yeah, even more.
So we
time to restock. Make it rain.
That's what she was saying. So she wanted to keep this list so she knew what to replace. And I was like, babe, we don't need all that stuff.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. You went a week and a half without even going in that freezer.
Oh, it was more than that, yeah.
Without even going to the freezer.
Right.
So why do you have all this meat and you're not even eating it?
You know what? I think that she wants to have a well-stocked freezer because she is a fantastic chef, by the way, I should say.
All right.
And she does these things every now and again where she's like, what we're having tonight? We're having beef brisket. It's like, okay, great. To me, that's that's like, oh, well, that's got to take an hour or 2. I don't even know. And then zip, she's got this made a half hour later. So
good for Dave.
I have to apologize again publicly for my boo-boo. It was an accident, but still. You know how I don't think she was throwing it in my face, but she kept on going, God, it's
now
so
you don't
much.
Bring flowers, you bring meat.
So much meat. And I was like, now I feel even worse. I understand it was so much meat. It's like, thanks, babe. Yeah, it happens.
Okay. Curt, what's this whole situation with work calls are back and the young people are upset?
Well,
what's that?
Talked a little bit yesterday about how, yesterday we were talking about how, there's cell phone etiquette is what we started with. People are saying now you should text
before you call.
And then call.
Baloney.
No, exactly.
Baloney, I say.
Well, this to sort of further along that line, apparently meetings, and this is for workplaces, meetings over the phone are back in style because a lot of people have Zoom fatigue, is what they're saying. Zoom fatigue or video conference fatigue.
I mean, I get that, but you can just turn off your video.
That's true. So the story is meetings over the phone are back in style. And young people who hate the phone aren't happy about it. And they use this word here. I'd never heard of this before. There's an actual thing called telephonophobia. Telephonophobia is a thing. It is the fear of making or receiving phone calls, and it's more common with people under 30. They've never known a world without texting, right? And we're getting to that point. Obviously, we're there now.
I was going to say, why are you so afraid? Because your phone starts making noises and vibrating and ringing, and you're like, oh my God, I got to talk to someone.
Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
All right. I would tell you more. Older workers tend to find phone calls a little more relaxing because no one's looking at you. This is a phone call versus, I guess, Zoom call or whatever.
Yeah, but you can always put your video off.
But younger employees have the opposite take. This is a 26-year-old said she has to listen to music to pump herself up before she gets on the phone because not seeing people while she's talking to them gives her anxiety. The quote is, "If I can't see their facial expressions, I'm fearful that I might say the wrong thing or they'll take something the wrong way and I won't be able to tell."
One word. Therapy.
Well,
therapy, people.
This is a serious enough thing that some companies are hiring consultants.
Oh my goodness.
Consultants to teach young people how to work calls.
How to do work calls?
How to do work calls, right.
I think what we're talking about is conference calls too, right? Where you
more
put
than
many
likely.
people.
Yeah, just not you with the boss.
They're called conference calls, everybody. They're not scary.
Well, this lady called the phone lady, who is one of these telephonophobia consultant therapy people, she charges about $3,000 a day or $200 for a 1 hour one-on-one to teach young people how to use the phone.
We can do this. That's our new gig. We'll be the phone peeps.
The phone peeps. Go check and see if phonepeeps.com is available.
Crazy.
And
$3,000 a day?
This is the question she gets that surprised her, the phone lady. Questions like, how do I end a phone call?
Stop it.
How about
stop your mouth?
A lot of things that seem very obvious to us are no longer obvious to them. Although, like you said before, baloney. What do you say for BS?
That's bologna slices.
Bologna
slices. That's BS.
So, yeah, at some point you got to say, come on, you know.
Seriously.
Well, this thing.
How do I end a call?
How do I end a phone call?
You hit the big red button on your cell phone.
I suppose what they're saying is, you know, do you say goodbye, see you later? I don't know.
Although it's a big X, I think, on the iPhone, right?
I think it's pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you.
Well,
this whole thing.
That's where our world is right now.
But apparently, there's some money to be made. As a phone therapist?
I could be a phone therapist. I used to talk on the phone all the time when I was little, and I've done many conference calls.
Were you little like 4 months ago? Because that's when you were talking on the phone all the time.
Oh, that's true.
I was little.
I love talking on the phone. I love FaceTiming, though. I do get the let's see your face, because I do love seeing people's faces. Movies opening this weekend.
Yeah, let's look in the weekend as we are here on Friday, heading into the weekend.
Bad boys, what you gonna do?
It's Ride or Die. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Again, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Do we make a joke here about wait for the end when you see Will Smith slap Martin Lawrence?
Is that what happened? I don't know. I think I've watched one. It was
the Chris Rock thing from the...
Oh.
That's how bad of a joke it was.
I think I've watched one Bad Boys movie. Hasn't there been several of these?
This might be the fourth. I know for sure that there were 3.
Again, homework. We haven't done our homework.
Yeah, well, you know.
The other movie opening is The Watchers with Dakota Fanning.
The Watcher, Dakota Fanning.
Oh, The Watcher, sorry.
Produced by M. Night Shyamalan, so you know it's going to be creepy and psychological thriller, probably.
I watched the trailer, and I'm like, no, thank you, I'm going to pass.
And then we saw that so far on Rotten Tomatoes, it had a 23, and then the splatter thing.
You know, there's something for everyone out there. This might be for you. Curt, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, I promised to share yesterday about why I have to get haircuts on Sundays.
Why?
Because, and this is silly... so that's leading to the fact that Sunday I'm going to get a haircut. The person I went to, it turned out the person I went to regularly.
Yeah.
Which I just did. It's True Clips up the street. I guess technically it's Everett True Clips. Her name is Jennifer. And I went there a couple of times. Yes. Yeah. Went there a couple, 3 times. And then she said, well, I'm changing my schedule. I'm working at this place, this other place, Monday through Friday. And I'm just working here at this one, Curt, for you on Sundays.
For you?
Well, she didn't say for me.
Okay.
But it is my place.
I was going to say.
So what ends up happening is, for some reason, I feel like, okay, I need to keep going to Jennifer, even though this is the haircut. I mean, how hard is this? Dana actually did this during COVID.
She cut your hair like that?
But yeah. I mean,
why don't you just have Dana do it?
Well,
save your money to buy some meat.
For whatever reason, I still keep going to Jennifer, and since she's only there on Sundays, often what'll happen is Sunday will come and I'll forget, or I'll get busy, and then it's like, oh crap, I still need a haircut, but I got to wait another week now because Jennifer's not there till.
You don't make an appointment. You just walk in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Silly, isn't it?
Kind
you
of.
poor people that have to make appointments a month or two out.
We do.
3?
Us late. Yeah, I have my. Yeah.
You almost were in tears one time when you had to change an appointment.
Because it's so hard to get into. Yeah.
Well, you should go to Jennifer at True Clips because you can walk right in. You might have to wait through one person.
Like you, I like to stick with who's cutting my hair and coloring it too.
Yeah, but you have a challenging.
Okay, forget about the haircuts on Sunday. I'm glad you're doing that. More important question is, because it's supposed to be a gloriously beautiful, blue sky, sunshiny, warm weekend in the Pacific Northwest. The question of those kind of weekends is Curt taking out the boat.
Yes, and we're going.
Woo!
This is not, just so people know,
Yay!
This is not like something Jen's been asking about for years, and now finally,
I'm so excited.
Finally we're going. Every weekend in the summer and most weekdays, I used to hear, oh, we should take the boat out today.
I mean, why wouldn't you? You have a boat that's moored, you just have to drive up, get in, and go.
And in fairness, you do always offer to pay for gas, which is nice. That's great.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But
I'm not this time. I don't have any U.S. dollars coming in.
So I don't have any U.S. dollars. So we'll just run it until the gas runs out, and then we'll call.
Get a tow.
Okay.
So
yes, taking the boat out tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have some fun stories to share on that.
Is this the first of the season? Taking it out?
And I know people are like, oh, man, you've had some nice weekends.
That means it's going to be lots of spiders and buggies.
Well, we'll go clean it first.
Okay. I mean,
that's part of the deal.
Yes, I have to help clean it if I want to go on it.
We'll
okay, that'll be fun. So we'll go. Right. We'll do that tomorrow because you've got your haircut on Sunday.
What are you doing this weekend?
So I'm going to finish decorating for the 4th of July. I started last night. I'm going to finish today. I'll do a little video of it. I love decorating for holidays.
That is true.
I'm getting to go on Kurt Cruz's boat.
That is also true.
Boat. We're going on the boat.
That'll be fun.
And then I'm heading up to Cedro to help Pat, hot firefighter boyfriend Pat, with the remodel he's doing. And I really need to wash the party pilot. It's dirty.
I love that you call it the party pilot.
It's dirty.
Because it's not really a party vehicle, is it?
Yeah, you can fit 8 people in it. You could fit 8 people in it until my dog, Snotty Sailor, when she was a puppy, ate 2 of the seat belts, and they can't be replaced. Like, I'm having a hard time getting them replaced. Without it being super, super expensive. So
that's what duct tape is for.
Oh,
just saying.
Anyway, it's a party pilot because, the people in it, and that you can fit a party in there.
I like it. And who's driving it.
That's right.
Little heads up, not this weekend, but next weekend. Next Sunday is Father's Day. What is that, the 16th? Is Father's Day, yes. So don't say we didn't warn you.
We'll have some gift ideas for you next week.
Yeah, we should do that.
I think that we should. I'm going to bring out that what was it? Live, laugh, lose game. That's the perfect Father's Day gift because it's like bad dad jokes.
It's great. And we'll share that again with you. If you missed the live, laugh, lose. Right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a fun card game where, So we'll demonstrate that next week as well as have some Father's Day gift ideas.
And for Monday, we need you to pipe in on this. With summer coming up, we want to know what road trip rules you have. Because during summertime, you're going on vacation, lots of road trips happening.
Right.
What are your road trip rules? Do you have some? I have some. I have road trip rules.
Does it have to do with who controls the music?
And snacks.
And snacks?
Yeah, both.
Okay. I'm going to save it. I'm going to wait to hear it. And I'm sure that we have some as well. You know what? I'll ask my wife. She always knows.
All right. Have a great Friday. Make it great.
Great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Make good choices. Find joy and spread kindness.